you must be talking about that linchpin life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited because this is my first Trugget, like my own first Trugget. So I'm excited to be talking to you all today. We're going to be talking a little bit about halts or suspensions for your stocks in the stock market. And the reason we are deciding to discuss this today is because BNGI was just suspended about a week ago or so from the day of this recording. And we want to talk about why that happens, what you should expect from it, anything like that. So let's get into it. The people who are primarily going to be doing these halts or suspensions is going to be the SEC, the New York Stock Exchange, or by NASDAQ. And typically these are done for security reasons for both traders and brokers alike. They're done for if there's maybe something sketchy or, you know what I'm saying, a little iffy going on with the company. That's one reason. Another reason is there's going to be an announcement going on about that share. It could be a good or bad thing. They might halt it just for that reason. The other reason would be self-halting, which different companies will do. It just gives the stock a chance to breathe, gives people a chance to think about exactly what they want to do. That does happen. They can be halted and held for about 10 days or so. And by that 10 day, they need to have a decision done of what they're going to do with it. It's sort of like, you know, when you see in the crime movies, it's like they can, you know, have a witness in for like 24 hours or something before they have to charge them. Same type of idea. Now, after that 10 days, they can either let the halt go or release the halt so that they can continue to trade, both buy or sell, or they can go on for a suspension. And a suspension can last however long, and it's usually a pretty serious thing involving some sort of investigation, anything like that. Now, things to know here. When it comes to long-term suspensions, it's tough. Most likely, your stock is going to drop for anything past the 10 days or so. It's not a good sign, depending especially how long the halt and hold is going to be on it, because during that time of a halt or suspension, you cannot buy or sell into that stock. You're just stuck there completely. Little different situation, a very popular one. People might be coming here to look at it, specifically what happened to GameStop. That's completely different. That was done by Robinhood specifically. All the other investing and trading apps or sources did not have this hold. It was just Robinhood. So that's the difference there. This is a complete hold or halt across all platforms. And again, it is in the purpose is to be able to protect both traders, brokers, and their own interests of it. It's more for us than it is for the companies, obviously. Again, these companies can also do the self-halt where maybe they just want a second for their for whatever reason, but that can also be done. Now, a good thing is most of the time there's going to be any halts or suspensions. It's usually going to be done when the market is closed, which is good. The one thing to note, though, is that let's say you put in that you want to buy, 1,000 shares or anything on a stock, and that stock is halted or suspended, and you do that for overnight. So first thing in the morning, it should go through. If it's halted or suspended overnight, then your trade will not go through. You will not have any of those shares be put in when it reopens the next day. But there can also be some significant advantages to any stocks that you might be invested in that have been halted or suspended. Primarily the fact of this gives you an opportunity to be able to understand and read up on the news that is happening specifically with your stock. That can be huge to traders who maybe just put it in there and haven't been checking very much recently, or are very passive about that specific share that they own or stock that they own. This gives you an opportunity to understand what is happening in that company with these big announcements going on, whether it's a good or bad thing, or there's transitions, mergers, change of power, anything like that. These can all be significant things for you all to take advantage of if a halt does take place. And of course, you're going to be anxious about something something like that happening, as you should. They could go towards the negative side, but that just gives you an opportunity to make sure that you all are well educated on what is happening with each of the stocks you are invested in. It is crucial to trading, it is crucial to good business, and even if a halt happens, then you need to be aware of the reason why and any steps you might need to take once the halt or suspension is lifted. What you should expect coming out of it, what you should expect going into it, etc., etc.